Hey, you guys. Did you miss me? Okay, so we're going to try something new on my channel for 2023. This is going to be Ebby and the headlines. And this is where we're going to touch on and talk about a couple of headlines that I have seen and just been like, child, I know you. What? Come on. So let's jump into it. Eventually, I'll have maybe a little theme song, a little razzle dazzle, a little shink da dink to add into this. But we just gonna jump right into it for the first one. So let's start here. Uh, our good friend Loretta, aka Really BTV on YouTube, did a quick drop about Lion K. Now, Dum Dum McLiarface, aka Lion K, aka Tasha Kibi, has decided that she wants to demand a new trial because she said that the judge would not allow for character testimony about Cardi B having gang ties wasn't allowed into the trial. That's why her trial went the way it did. I guess it had nothing to do that you got on stand and told the truth and told them people that you lied and you knew you was lying and you continue to lie and gonna continue to lie about this girl and you don't give a damn because you think you don't like her so you can say whatever you want. You keep playing with Bacallus if you want to. Keep playing with her. You gonna end up owing her twice as much money. Keep playing. Cause clearly you don't think fire burns. Clearly your daughter. I know them lawyers told you to sit somewhere and sit down and shut up. And if they don't, you should be ashamed. You should be ashamed of yourself. Go somewhere and sit down and figure out a way how you're gonna pay this woman this money and how you should stop lying on people and think that it's okay. Why lie when the truth will do? There's so many truths that you could tell and still have a salacious story about Bacallus that you didn't even have to do all of this. You didn't. And I wholeheartedly think you did it because you thought Nikki was going to boost you, and if you lost, she was going to pay that $4 million. I don't know why you thought that. Clearly that's, okay, I'm not, because for the Nikki people jump on me. I digress. And we're going to move on. So, my other good friend, Tabitha Speaks, from Tabitha Speaks on YouTube, has been she's been talking about this Speaker of the House fiasco. Oh my God. First of all, I am not a political pundit. I don't really have political opinions, but I like mess and drama. So, and I like to fight. So here's what's happening. So Kevin McCarthy just knew he was finna be voted Queen of the Plastics and get the Queen of the Plastics office and all of the things. You have to have 218 votes to become Queen of the Plastics, aka the Speaker of the House, just so we're all clear about what I'm talking about. The plastics is like, no, Regina, we heard you over the phone, and some of us is not voting for you. And every time they voted, at the last time I checked, they had voted 5 times, and he still ain't got it. And the more they vote, the less votes he gets. Meanwhile, Hakeem Jeffries is over here in the corner with his number steady seems to be going up and rising. And I feel like people are actively voting for him just not to vote for, oh boy, I don't know. But here's what got me about this whole situation. This is what took me and wanted me to talk about it. So, Kevin McCarthy said, I'm finna win this. I don't know who you been talking to. I know I'm finna win this. So let me go ahead and move into the Speaker of the House's office. Gather up my things. Prepare the royal trunks. And move in. Even though you haven't won yet. and you've lost the race 5 times. At the time of me recording this that I know of, 5 times you've lost. 5 times. So one of the other congressmen, Mr. Matt Gaetz, said, I know this nigga is not trying to push in like this the insurrection, like you just gonna come in here and take over even though you ain't won, and I refuse to vote for you, and now I feel like I'm openly campaigning for this Hakeem Jeffries gentleman to be the Speaker of the House because I don't like you. So he calls maintenance, the people who do the offices and stuff, is like, hey, my man's is moving in and he is not the Speaker. I don't know what he's doing. He's a squatter. Get him. He called that man a squatter. Oh, God. Oh, that thing tickled me. Jesus. Oh, God. We gonna continue to keep our eye and ears open for this Speaker of the House situation because this is funny to me. Now, next we're gonna hop over to sports. And this is where you might not like me because I feel like I have a very unpopular opinion. So, unfortunately, on Monday, let me get the young man's name right. I want his name correct because I don't want to mess this baby's name up. His name is Damar Hamlin. As of 28 minutes ago, he still remains in critical condition and he is showing signs of improvement. But during the Bills-Bengals game, this young man, there was a collision. He got tackled. He stood up. He seemed to be okay, and then the baby fell out. He had a heart attack. He stopped breathing. They revived him on the field. It was a whole thing. The game has been postponed permanently at this point. I don't know how they're going to fix the rest of the season. Apparently, there was a lot riding on that particular game. But at this point, the game is irrelevant because that young man almost lost his life on the field. And we don't know how they're going to fix it. We don't know what they're going to do to fix it. And at this point, we just want the young man to be okay. Really. That's all we care about. We just want the young man to be okay. And that's where I sit with it. However, Skip Bayless, people are mad at Skip Bayless. And this is coming across to me who is a casual, that's the most generous way I can put it, sports fan, sports person, I'm not a participant. I don't participate in the sports. I listen to sports radio in the car. Something about the sportscaster voices soothes me when I'm driving. I don't know what it is. I've been doing it for years now, for over 20 years, where I will put it on the AM sports channel and listen to ESPN radio in the car. It's something about the voices that soothes my spirit. So I have a lot of knowledge by osmosis just from literally just listening in the car to sports radio. Now, Skip Bayless had a tweet, and I read the tweet. I wasn't offended by the tweet. I feel like I understood what the tweet said. People are mad. They were already mad at. They're already mad at Mr. Bayless because he can be an ass. Point blank. Period. He can be an asshole. He be talking to Uncle Shannon crazy out the side of his neck, but I know my Uncle Shannon gonna stand 10 toes down and whatever it is and get him right together when need be. Now, this tweet wasn't offensive to me. I feel like it's being taken out of context because people don't like him, and it's like we finna give you all of the business, and we gonna take this tweet and twist it and for it to suit our needs just because we don't like you and we don't want. And we trying to get rid of you and cancel you because we sick of you and your shit, but we using this. But I feel like this is the wrong hill to die on because I feel like the tweet wasn't isn't what everybody is making it out. Was not, they're saying something that's not what he was saying. They were trying to say that what he said was the game was more important than this young man's life and what was happening, and that's absolutely not what that man said. And people are taking it and trying to run all the way to the bank with it. And this brings me back to the Lion K situation, because there are so many things that man has said and or did that was offensive and cancelable. Choose one of those things. Don't get something that don't really mean nothing, that don't mean what y'all trying to make it mean, and then use that to get rid of him. Use the actual things that he said. The actual things that you was like, okay, now you doing, like, you know good and damn well. Do that. But that's just my unpopular opinion. We can't argue about it in the comments, because I'm not gonna argue with you. It's my opinion. You can agree to disagree and not be disagreeable, and we'll walk away from it. Okay, family? All right. So, I think that's all I wanted to talk about. Now, we talked about the bishop yesterday when I reacted to the bishop showing his hind parts once again. Sir, please go talk to the Lord for real. He waiting for you. Listen. He waiting for you. He waiting to say several things to you. I don't know if you're going to like any of the things the Lord has to say to you, but he waiting on you to come talk to him. For real. And we going to leave that right there. Now, this has been the first edition of Ebby in the news and the headlines. We got to think of some type of title for this. But drop down in the comments. Let's discuss some of the things. Why does Lion K think that knowing that Cardi B had gang ties would have anything to do with the fact that you got on Beyonce's internet and lied about her over and over and over again, knowingly lied, did it on purpose, got on stand and repeated the lie and said you knew it was a lie and you said it anyway, is going to have any impact on the fact that you now owe this girl money for defamation? What is her game? You lucky. Gang. What? Don't even make any sense. How do you feel about Skip Bayless's tweet? Don't come over here cussing at me and calling me out my name, because listen, my block game is strong and I like to drop locations, so you can come say it to my face. Okay. I'm trying to get better in 2023 and not fight people. Oh God. See, I got my nails done. Okay, moving on. Also, how do we feel about the Speaker of the House drama? Whose side are you on? How many times do you think this man going to lose this election before he just give up the ghost? Is he going to give up the ghost? Is enough Republicans going to jump over to Hakeem Jeffrey's side and vote for him just to be done with this foolishness? Because they can't swear in nobody. They can't do nothing until they have a Speaker of the House. So how long the longest time I think this has ever been in question is like 2.5-ish months. How long you got over or under 2.5 months? Or do you think it'll be done by the week? It could be done now. I don't know. I haven't checked. Let's talk about it, family. And I'll catch y'all later for something else. Peace.